Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this particular video I'm going to be showing you how to replace your air filter located inside this lovely bit of plastic on your engine on a Fiat Panda 100HP. When changing the filter on a Panda 100HP we're actually going to have to take this whole thing out of here because otherwise you can't get the new filter in. You see it slots in this way, and of course you can't do that because you've got all this crash bar structure at the front here. So to do that we're going to have to undo the three 10mm bolts just holding it on in place here. We're going to have to take this pipe off, so that means having to take this little clip off. Because I've got the Cooperman induction mod on this car, not something I've put on, it's just something the previous owner had on and I rather like it. I'm going to have to undo that as well. And then finally, once it's out of the car, I'm going to have to undo these three bolts here just to get the new filter in. So yeah, it seems a lot more complicated than it actually is. May as well just take this one all the way out, haven't we, really? It's funny, isn't it? I cleaned this up not long ago and it's already quite mucky again. Oh well. And there's also a little clip just here on the back as well, which I completely missed. There we go. And that is the air filter box out of the car. That's pretty easy and straightforward, isn't it? I suppose it does have to be rather straightforward and easy on this car because directly underneath are the spark plugs, so they need to be easily accessible. Interestingly enough though, you've got the coils which go directly onto them, so no HT leads. Interesting compared to the Mini and the Renault. Right, the next step is taking off these three bolts here, and there's the three exact same bolts on the other side, so 6 in total. They're 7mm heads on them for a socket. It's very simple, really. Apart from the fact the battery's running out on this little screwdriver, drill bit, whatever you want to call it. Right, those don't have to come all the way out, just flip it over. And there we go. That is the air filter. It's very small, but it seems to be doing the job, doesn't it? Also, it is rather clean. This was not replaced that long ago, to be perfectly honest. So, yes, it will be clean. So I'm going to keep this as a spare, but what I do have, I've just opened it up, is one of these to replace it, a K&N performance air filter. So I've heard many things about these, both good and bad. Never tried one myself in any of my cars. This will be the first time I've ever used one of these in any of my cars. So yeah, this can be quite interesting. I will say you'll be able to see the results of me testing out a performance air filter in a Fiat Panda in next week's video. So feel free to tune into that when it goes live next week. But to replace it, it's just a straight swap. Just put it in there. What I might do is just double check just to make sure there's no dirt, dust, grime in here that's obviously going to get past the filter anyway. No, all good. And then we just put this back on. Just make sure to line up this little bit here with that bit, because otherwise it's not going to go back on correctly. Right, just double check the other side's all back in as it should be. Yep. Right, that's all good. I'm going to have to touch up these heads here with a bit more red paint, since they have now been scuffed a little bit, but that's fine. Let's go and put this back in the car. Now obviously the refitting process is just a reverse of the removal process, so put that down, line it up with the bolt holes, I'm going to put that over first, that's it. Right, just going to put the bolts in. Just line them up all in the holes first and then I'll tighten them up at the end. Put it back in, that's all set. Just turn this back around. This is probably going to be the largest pain in the world. I'll move the camera for it actually. Perhaps a bit of a helping hand is in order. And there we go, that's back on. Not bacon, back on. I would like a bit of bacon right now actually, it'd be quite nice. The Cooperman mod is successfully reinstalled as well, nice and securely. I am going to have to get a new little Pogo logo made up for this, otherwise it says POG. And of course, no K&N air filter installation is ever complete without the sticker that adds about 5 HP. So this is now a Fiat Panda 105 HP. And there we go, sporting credentials now added. So there we go, that's how we change an air filter on a Fiat Panda 100 HP. It seems like a bit of a faff, and to be fair, it actually is compared to something like the Mini or the Renault, which the air filters can be changed in place, but it's not too bad. It's still fairly easy to do, and you can of course do it yourself, because if I can do it, you can too. So let's find out next week if this is going to make much of a difference to the performance. But for this video, if you have enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like. Comment down below, what do you think? Is it easy compared to your car? I'd like to know. You can of course follow me on social medias at Wolves Wheels, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And of course, with this channel, if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe because there's going to be plenty more car-based shenanigans to come. In fact, actually, if you look in the background, you might be able to see at Wolves Wheels on the Mini. That's how you'll be able to identify these at the shows this year. That's all from me for this week, and until the very next video, I shall say farewell.